Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Kate Burke, and I'm the Senior Medical Advisor here at Patients Like Me. Today, we are teaming up with the National Institute of Health's All of Us research program to bring you this webinar on the power of personalized medicine. To help lead this discussion, I'm joined with Dr. Ed Ramos, the Director of Digital Clinical Trials at Scripps Research. Dr. Ramos, thank you so much for joining our webinar today. Can you briefly introduce yourself and your work with the All of Us program?
Absolutely. No, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here. I come at this from a number of different angles. My background in terms of training is actually more on the genetics population side of things, and that just kind of grew to an appreciation for all these different types of data that are out there beyond genetics that inform health and inform disease progression. And much of my work was done in the federal government at the National Institutes of Health, both as an independent researcher, but also as someone that oversee a number of different programs, obviously including the All of Us research program. I've now since pivoted and actually gone from managing the teams on the federal side to working directly with them here at Scripps Research, along with some other independent work outside of the All of Us research program that most certainly inform that greater mission as well at our Digital Trial Center here at Scripps Research. So it's been an honor to come at this from a variety of different angles, and I've really come to appreciate what the program has grown to and all the work that has gone into it.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for that great introduction, Dr. Ramos. We have received over here at Patients Like Me quite a few questions on the topic of personalized medicine from our community, which we have divided into 5 key sections for this webinar. First, we would like to talk about and have an introduction to the All of Us program. Second, an overview of personalized medicine. Third, to have you help us dispel the misconceptions about personalized medicine. Fourth, how personalized medicine can particularly help people with chronic conditions. And finally, at the end, we will ask you to give us some key takeaways and conclusions from today's conversation. We hope that this webinar will give you a better understanding of how developments in personalized medicine may lead to better health outcomes for all of us. To start, Dr. Ramos, can you tell us more about the All of Us program and how it's supporting the development of personalized medicine?
Absolutely. So this is, although the program launched over the past few years, it's been an idea brewing for well over a decade, if not longer, and really pushed in terms of vision by the National Institutes of Health, the NIH director, Dr. Francis Collins. It's fascinating to read his initial commentary on this almost 15 years ago that really laid out what the All of Us research program was meant to be. And those included things like, how do we shift from the traditional approach to research studies to really get an understanding at a larger population level that actually will ultimately help us get an understanding at the individual level. So the All of Us research program has the ultimate goal of enrolling 1 million or more individuals into their research program for the purposes of collecting all different types of data. So really looking beyond just a traditional genetic study or looking beyond a traditional epidemiological study, but really bringing all of these different layers of data together to ask new questions and be able to look at diseases, to be able to look at health traits in a completely different way. So the other major aspect in which the program is kind of things on its head is its relationships with the participants. And this has been really talked about for a number of years in terms of how can we think about those individuals that choose to volunteer, give up their time to be a part of these research studies? How do we look at them beyond subjects in a research effort? And so this is really where, in part, the All of Us Research Program has shined in terms of building this partnership with individuals as part of the program. And that partnership means that you can't just take, there has to be some duality there, some give and take. Of obviously, we're looking to have participants share a variety of different types of data. Also, the program then is incumbent on giving something back to the participants, and that's beyond just incentives, which obviously are included in the program, but really, here's your information back to you, because that's ultimately what this is all about. Another pillar of the program is giving those individuals, empowering them, because we're providing that additional insight into their own health behaviors, that ultimately they would be able to use as an opportunity to really have a dialogue with their provider, a dialogue with their family, a dialogue with themselves in terms of what this means for me as an individual in a variety of different contexts, whether they're a disease or how you sleep or what your mood is. There's just so many almost endless questions that we could potentially ask. And the All of Us Research Program is really about building that foundation, that repository, that base of data that would allow the research community and beyond to ask these new questions and to really investigate things in a manner that we've never been able to do before.
That's fantastic. So can anyone join the All of Us program?
Yes, so within the United States, currently anyone over the age of 18 is eligible to participate. There's obviously more information on the All of Us Research Program, which I'm sure we'll share that contact information with. But yes, so we're really looking for, and in fact, it's built into the core value of the program, in that we are looking to have individuals from a variety of different backgrounds, whether it's race or ethnicity or geography or access to healthcare. We need all of them to step up and be a part of this, so that we have a true broad representation of the population within the U.S.
Great. And what is expected of people that do decide to join the program?
Yeah, so probably one of the most important aspects of the program is the initial registration of it, in which individuals are presented with what's called an informed consent process. And this really kind of steps them through and sets the expectations for them in terms of what are they getting themselves into as a participant of the All of Us Research Program. And it's wonderfully designed in terms of being able to really get a deeper understanding of the different aspects of the program. And so that registration, that informed consent process, is then followed by a number of different activities that are presented to the participant. Some of them are survey-based, in which we're just trying to get a baseline of information, whether it's from lifestyle or health characteristics or demographic information. And then there are other opportunities that are coming down the pike in terms of being able to provide individuals with a wearable sensor, so that we can have the opportunity to pull sleep data or physical activity data or heart rate data. Another core component is the sharing of electronic health record data, which serves really a number of different purposes. One is having that opportunity to look at that snapshot of clinical history of a given individual, but also then this point moving forward, having an opportunity to look at their health outcomes as well. So the opportunities will continue to expand, and it's really about having a dialogue with the participants, sharing of information. And I'll just end by saying another kind of core onboarding component is an opportunity to provide physical measurements and or biospecimen collection. So this comes either in the form of visiting one of our All of Us clinic sites, or being able to participate in our salivary program, in which you're to complete that process from the comfort of your own home, providing a saliva sample that ultimately leads to an investigation into genetic information for that given participant.
That's great. And I guess one of the questions I have to you, Dr. Ramos, is why is this program important to you?
It's a great question. So, you know, there's layers to that as well. One is just the nerd layer. My PhD has a very specific context to it, but ultimately it's about how do you solve hard problems, and this notion of how do you improve the health of the entire country is a hard problem, and the All of Us research program brings us multiple steps closer to being able to do that. The other is from a personal perspective. I'm a Latino in terms of ethnicity. My mom was born in Lima, Peru, and my dad was born, and his family is from Puerto Rico. And so I grew up obviously in the Latino community, and I have a deep and personal and direct understanding of the health disparities that affect our community. And any opportunity to be able to address that, to really shorten that gap, whether it be with respect to diabetes, whether it be in cardiovascular disease, or just even access to health information, being able to educate yourself on yourself is absolutely important to me and to my family. And so I'm driven by a number of different motivations as part of this program.
That's fantastic, and thank you for such a great answer. And I just wanted to share with you, Dr. Ramos, that I have joined the All of Us program myself, and people have asked me that same question, and that was why I was so interested. But I joined the program because, like you, I am a scientist, and I happen to be a clinician. I practiced emergency medicine for 3 decades and had the opportunity to take care of thousands of patients. And what has become clear to me is that over time, we have made some incredible advances in healthcare to help people get better, to improve their health. But we have large gaps in our understanding across all of the domains you mentioned, in terms of who you are, where you live, what your response is to various treatments, what your background is. And there's so much more we need to learn. And over here at Patients Like Me, we understand that someone's deep biology, for example, your genome, and also your lived experience is interacting with all of those important parts of your body. And for me, having had the opportunity to actually participate, to learn as an individual, to share this experience with my colleagues, with my friends, with my family, I am hopeful that through your work and all of us in the program, we will find answers to diseases like dementia, more answers for cancer, more answers for diabetes, all of which have impacted my own family. So thank you, Dr. Ramos, for this work and providing an incredible introduction to what everyone is doing all at the All of Us program. So what I'd like to say is if anybody listening to us right now would like to learn more about the All of Us program, visit joinallofus.org/patients. Our members also had plenty of additional questions surrounding the basics of personalized medicine. So we'll be talking more about that now and giving a general overview of personalized medicine.